Hello everyone, I hope you are well. So if you have already watched this video, which mean the new future of Java 8 method references on my channel in other language, in French or Darija language, so this video is not for you, okay? Thanks, this is just in English language. So guys, today we will see the new future of Java 8 method references. We will see the problem that solved it and its advantages. Okay, so imagine that we have an interface here, okay, like that, named by I. I will put inside a method void named by m and accept a parameter string s. Okay, now I want to use this method inside the main method. Okay, how can I do it? So I have to choose here by creating anonymous class inside this main and that implements implicitly the interface, or I will declare here a class explicitly, okay, named by C for example, that implements explicitly, okay, this interface like that, and I will implement yeah, I will implement here the method, all method existing in the interface like that. I will put here an implementation that just takes this parameter like that and display it. Okay. Now how can I use this implementation inside this method main? Okay, of course, by instantiate the interface I by its implementation, which means class C. Okay, I will change the name of class here by the class C like that, and we will call the method like that. I will give an parameter string, for example TDE, and we can call this method, and we will have here TDE like that. Okay, we don't have any problem here. Good. Now I have a question for you, please. Imagine that we don't have any relation between a class and the interface, which means we don't have explicitly the keyword implement here like that. So we have just a class and method. How I can use the implementation of this implementation, which means the class as is implementation of the interface. I can use it or not? Of course not. Before Java 8, we can use it. Okay, but with Java 8 and with new future of Java 8, the method references, we can use the implementation. We can use the class as implementation of the interface without having explicitly keyword here implement or the relation between the class and the interface. How? Like that. Follow me. We can, if you notice here, this method is instance method, right? So for call it, we must have an object for class C and call the method M. Okay. Now I will declare here or instantiate an object for class C, okay, like that, and we can call the method, the instance method of this class as implementation to this interface. How? We can put here the name of object C like that and point to tell the compiler that is a method reference, and we can specify here the name of method like that, okay? And I can use a class or this method as implementation of this interface without having a relation between the class and the interface. Okay, this is the advantage. Now we have three type of method references. We have a reference to instance method and static method and constructor. We will use now the static method, reference to static method. I will just add here a static keyword like that. And all you know that we can call the static method just by the name of class dot the name of method, right? Okay. Now we don't need these objects. We must here specify just the name of class and point to tell the compiler this is method reference and the name of method like that. Yeah, and I can execute. I have no problem, and I could use the method static as implementation to this interface like that. Good. Now we will use the reference to constructor. To use the reference to constructor, we must have a constructor like that. And this constructor must have the same signature or the same method signature of interface. Yeah, so we must have here an parameter string s like that, and I will give it an implementation like that. So I will go now to the implementation of interface. I will specify here the name of class C and dot. I will tell now the compiler give me please the constructor. How? By specifying just the keyword or the new keyword like that. Now I can use the constructor as implementation of this interface without having explicitly any relation between class and interface, which means we don't have here the keyword or the implements keyword. Okay, this is the many advantages of the method references. That is the problem that solved. Now, if you understood correctly this feature, we can practice it inside the method for each method, or you know that for each method is feature of Java 8. Okay. Now I will comment this line. So now we have a list of string, and we have two elements, TDE and Hakim, and we want loop on the element of this list, okay, using the for each method. For each is a method of Java 8 that allows me to loop on the element of the list, okay. If you, as you see now, for each accepts a functional interface that's named by consumer. Consumer is a functional interface that accepts one method that accepts a parameter string and return void. Okay, just like the interface that we have already created, interface that accepts one parameter string and return void. So we can use this implementation, for example, because this implementation, this method have the same signature of this method. Okay, I will use the method to reference to a static method. Okay, now I will put here for each and a reference to a static method. The class its name is C dot M like that. So I can loop. I could loop on the elements of the list like that. Okay, by using reference to a static method as implementation to a customer interface. Okay, good. Now we could also use the println method. The println method is a method. We will detail this method. System is a class. Out, what is out? we gotta see system. System is a class. So now out is object static on this class system, and this object is object of a parent stream class. Remember this name, okay? We will see now parentline method. Parentline method is a method that have the same signature of the method that exists in consumer interface. Okay, it accepts string parameter and return void. Okay, and this method is method instance method of the class print stream, and we have already out. Out is an object of this class, so we must just have this object, and we can call this method, this instance method, by the object. Okay, and this object is static, so we can just print the name of this class system and point out. So we can call these objects. Now we will use it inside the for each method like that. So we will specify system like that and point out, because this is static. And now we can call the instance method parentline of the object out like that, parentline. So now we use a reference to instance method. Instance method is the parentline method inside the object out. So now we can execute it, and we called loop on the element of this list like that. Okay, okay. So we saw the method references three types: reference to static method and instance method and constructor method, and we practiced them inside the for each method. I hope it's very clear. If you have any question, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.